Hello everyone, my name is Jocelyn Cortez Barrera and this is my persuasive essay. This is my audience.
Hello, I'm Samuel Sanders and I'm Jocelyn's audience.
Thank you. Okay. Hello everyone. Have you ever woken up in the morning with a knot in your stomach and you're dreading the day? Not because you hate your job, but because your mind and body are constantly in overdrive. You're exhausted, anxious, and emotionally drained. But you have to continue to push through because that's what society has taught us. To hustle, grind, and perform. Today, I'm going to inform you about why we must prioritize mental health in high-stress work environments. Not just for the sake of individuals, but for the success of our workplaces as a whole. To start off, I'd like to tell you why I care about this topic. I've seen firsthand how high-stress environments can wear people down. Friends, co-workers, and even loved ones have struggled in silence trying to meet impossible expectations. This isn't just an issue I read about, but something that I feel deeply connected to. Now let's talk about how widespread this issue really is. The New York Times wrote an article titled, "Your Body Knows You're Burnt Out." It mentions a 2021 survey of 1,500 U.S. workers. More than half of these workers said that they felt burnt out because of their job demands. Now, the World Health Organization recognizes burnout as a legitimate workplace syndrome, defined by exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced professional efficiency. In these high pressure environments, for example, like hospitals, tech firms, finance, and education, and even social services, the stakes are even higher. People are expected to perform under pressure, often with long hours, unrealistic expectations, and little room for rest or recovery. The results of this are employees are disengaged, teams could fall apart, and companies could even lose money. People suffer mentally, emotionally, and physically. Mental health isn't just a personal issue anymore. It's a systemic, economic, and ethical one. So what can be done about it? Companies have taken some initiative to provide wellness programs within the workplace. The Institute for Operations Research and the Management Sciences mentions that productivity is improved through these wellness programs. They also mention that a recent meta-analysis found that each dollar spent on wellness programs saves $3.27 million in healthcare costs. Here's what companies should emphasize. They should provide access to confidential counseling and mental health resources, train supervisors to recognize the signs of burnout and stress, encourage regular breaks and guilt-free time off, set realistic expectations for workloads and deadlines. They should even foster a safe environment where employees feel comfortable to speak up, without the fear of judgment or retaliation. This initiative requires commitment, leadership, and empathy. Now picture this. You work with a company where your manager checks in not just on your task, but on your well-being as well. Where taking a mental health day is encouraged and not questioned. Where the response to burnout isn't just to tough it out, but how can we help you? This is the kind of workplace where people thrive and can perform at a better rate. Now, isn't this the kind of workplace that we all deserve? Some might argue that mental health is a luxury or that it's not as important within a serious work environment. Now let me ask you this. What's more expensive, providing mental health resources or dealing with high turnover, declining performance, and long-term employee burnout? The Asia Pacific Journal of Human Resources writes that job demands set in motion a process that leads to impairment of health, such as burnout, whereas job resources initiate a motivational process that leads to engagement. Furthermore, job resources can lessen the negative effect of job demands on employee well-being. Ignoring mental health doesn't make an organization tough. It makes it reckless. And in high-stress industries, it's not just irresponsible, it's dangerous. I've watched friends and loved ones give everything they have to their jobs until they had nothing left to give to themselves. They didn't fail at their work, but their workplaces failed them by not valuing their mental well-being. So here's my challenge to you. If you're an employee, speak up. You need to advocate for your mental health support. You can check in on your colleagues and normalize asking for help. Now, if you're a manager or even a future leader, please create space for real conversations. Build teams that put people before data and lead with empathy. If you're in a position to shape policy or workplace culture, please don't wait for a crisis and take action now. In conclusion, this is why you should prioritize your mental health in your workplace. Why establishing a healthy work-life balance is important for your overall health. Mental health isn't a weakness, and in high-stress environments, it's not optional, it's essential. Prioritizing emotional well-being and setting boundaries to ensure a proper work-life balance is key. Now let's stop glorifying burnout and start valuing balance. Let's stop ignoring the silent struggles and start building workplaces that care. Thank you.